Ave Legion and welcome to my channel. My name is Ludi and today we're going to do our 1.31 Kazan into Golden Horde starting moves. In this video we'll be discussing the starting diplomatic situation, early wars, forming Golden Horde, a later expansion, and the ideas that you should go for. If we got 1,000 likes on the video, I'm also going to do a guide for the nation of sour yogurt. And if you guys enjoy watching my videos whenever you see them in your recommended feed, consider subscribing, would really help me out so much. When it comes to your initial diplomatic situation, Kazan doesn't really need any allies, but because we do want to expand into Nogai, Muscovy, and the Great Horde, these are going to be our first 3 expansion paths. And because Uzbek doesn't normally rival Nogai, we do have to ally Uzbeks, otherwise they will ally Nogai and we have to fight both Uzbek and Nogai. By getting an alliance with Uzbek means that we can simply just march into Nogai since they are rivaled by Great Horde 2, so they basically have no alliance options. Of course, your rivals, as mentioned, should be Great Horde, Nogai, and Muscovy. When it comes to the estate, summon the Diet, go for the only available agenda, and seize land. Give out the larger tribal host and the greater autonomy for chieftains. And you can also propagate religion in the Kazan trade node, which is going to convert 4 provinces to your Sunni religion. You also start with the province of Gashgrid, which has a gold mine. You want to use your starting Diplo points to boost this up. Keep on investing Diplo points here until you get it to about 9 or 10 Diplo development to get as much gold from this as possible. You do not start with feudalism embraced, but by taking Muscovite lands in our second war, we're gonna easily embrace feudalism, so keep your points until that point. We're not gonna be advancing in tech until we finish taking over Muscovite lands. To get ready for the first war, we're gonna bring our troops by the border. We're also gonna be recruiting the Free Company in the province of Bulgar, and we will be attacking Nogai on the 11th of December with the tribal feud CB. The Kazani ideas are ridiculously overpowered with aggressive expansion and tolerance of the true faith, as well as Cav flanking ability plus 50%. You also get religious unity plus 25, core creation cost minus 25, 20% Cav combat ability, 25% manpower, land leader maneuver, fort defense, and trade efficiency. Absolutely insane ideas. Not to mention you also get your own unique mission tree that is available to all the Tatar nations that basically focus around dominating and reuniting the Tatar tribes at first, as well as marching away into Asia and the Muscovite lands. That being said, in my situation here, the nation of Nogai has allied the Timurids. It's still a war you can win, especially since the Timurids have very disloyal vassals, but at the same time, Great Horde only allied Akoyunlu and Dulkadir. That means that I can ally Crimea and I can attack the Great Horde with very much ease, as well as call in Crimea, promise to give them lands, and of course do not give them anything. Because of that, I'm going to be attacking Great Horde instead of Nogai first, and I will be calling in Crimea. We're going to be rushing for their capital here, and we'll be winning the battle since we have double the amount of troops that they have. The war against the Great Horde itself is going to be ridiculously easy. The annoying part is that you have to get military access to whatever allies they might have gotten. A lot of the times they do ally Dulkadir, Akoyunlu, or nations in that area, so you have to get your access in order to even just get there, which can prove a little bit more difficult if certain nations do not like you. It's your choice how long you want to be in these wars. After you crush their armies and you can get a white peace, I recommend that you go for the white peace or whatever you can demand, as you really want to finish these wars fast since the big war against Muscovy awaits you right after this war. So I'm gonna go ahead and get whatever I can from them. A little bit of cash is fine. I don't mind too much. It's not too amazing, but it's better than waiting for another 5 years, or even 3 years is quite long, when we need to piece out Great Horde to attack Muscovy. It's important that you attack Muscovy when they are at war with Novgorod, which is right now. So we're gonna piece these guys out. We're gonna get the borderlands here, everything bordering the Poles, Lithuanians, and everything snaking down this way. We need these provinces to form the Golden Horde, but not only that, it also grants us access to the Caucasus for future expansion. So after we've taken all of this, bring the troops back, go by the border with the Muscovites, since we are gonna get ready for that big ass war right now. Because we didn't give anything to Crimea, they're gonna break the alliance. It doesn't matter because we weren't planning on doing anything with them, since we want to attack them actually to get the province of Mansour, which we need in order to form the Golden Horde. One more thing to note, because at 1.31 we can both concentrate development in the newly added provinces as well as raise these provinces right after. So I recommend that you do this wherever it is available. Concentrate first, and after you've concentrated, raise the province, and after that you can go ahead and you can core these provinces. It's going to cost a lot less admin points to core after you've raised and concentrated development, and it also means that you strengthened your capital state by a buttload in comparison, making your nation a lot stronger in the process. Declare your war against Muscovy. You should have roughly around the same amount of troops. Make sure you use the Tribal Conquest CB, which gives you 75% aggressive expansion of provinces conquered. Rush for their forts and wipe out their armies whenever you encounter them. Avoid the bigger stacks if you can, and try to go for the smaller stacks always. For example, they hired the Novgorod company, which we can easily destroy with our superior free company since they have 7,000 troops. Alternatively, you can also use your cav units to wipe out their armies, seeing as your cav is superior to the Muscovite one. This is going to be a tough war, so make sure that you keep your troops close to each other so that you can reinforce whenever you get attacked by the Muscovites. I wiped out their armies basically right now, but I've also lost all of my manpower, so we're going to piece them out. We're not going to go for 100% as we don't want to be in this war for too long. We are going to take exactly these provinces, as these are the provinces that we need in order to form the Golden Horde, and we're going to piece them out. This also means we can now attack Ryazan. They usually ally Novgorod, but because Novgorod's at war with the Muscovites, we should have an easy time crushing them and their small puny army. Once more, in the Muscovite provinces, go for the concentrate development first before you actually raise the provinces in order to get some more development into your own lands, followed up by the raising, which means you get some more mana points of all sorts and thus become a rich bad boy. Use some of your Diplo points to lower war exhaustion if you need to. Core the stuff. Use the other Diplo points to keep on boosting the province of Bashkir so that you get a lot of income from this to fuel your expansion. So my siege of Ryazan is over. I've also attacked Tver, which is allied to Odoyev, which means I basically take care of all the other Russian principalities aside from Muscovy and Novgorod. I'm gonna fully annex Ryazan here, followed by the full annexation of Odoyev, of course. This is gonna give me a little bit of a coalition with the Russian principalities that I really don't care about whatsoever. There's also a little bit of an unexpected problem. Normally, after I take Tver, I can attack Novgorod through the province of Torzhok, but because Muscovy annexed this province in their war, I now have to wait until my next war against Muscovy to border Novgorod, or I can just do it via Lithuania in a little while. Until that point, however, we now can embrace the institution, and we are going to be doing so, since that means we can easily get our technologies without having to pay extra 50% institution penalty. Remember, before you core all of this stuff, that you want to concentrate development, as well as you want to raise these provinces right after you concentrate to get the extra mana points and to boost up your capital province. Kazan is already 33 development from just 10 years into the game. We also will be able to do one of our missions of subjugate Ryazan now, that gives us more claims on other parts of Muscovy. Since my truce expired with Crimea, I attacked them so I can get the province of Mansour, and because Nogai's former ally Timurids lost the war against his many vassals, I can also attack Nogai, and their new ally Chagatai doesn't seem too interested in joining on their ally side. We're gonna put Yaik as the main war goal since it's right next to us, and we're gonna rush for that. The Nogai army is significantly smaller, just 6,000 troops compared to the 13,000 that I'm sending in there. And finally, we took the province of Nogay, which means we can peace out Nogay itself. At the same time, Sibir just happened. I don't know how it happened, but it did, and I am gonna crush them because I want to take these lands for myself. I need the province of Chimgitura in order to form the Golden Horde, and unfortunately, Sibir did not take this province, but at least I can get the other parts. That being said, Crimea is a bit of a pain in the ass. I cannot even take one province until I siege down the capital city, which is going to take a long ass time to siege. So until that time, we are going to be piecing out Nogay, and we will be committing the snake by taking these provinces here, piece them out, and then in the next war we'll take the rest, similar to the Great Horde here. In the next war we finish both of these two out. After a very long time, we actually siege down Crimea, and you have to snake your way to Crimea itself, since you have to take Crimea to form the Golden Horde. We're going to take these provinces and some gold from them. Of course, as always, concentrate development before you actually raise the provinces. This is basically the new meta in 1.31, let's face it. And with this, we get ridiculously rich, and it takes a lot less admin to core these things. Same thing with the Semir here. We're going to be piecing them out. We're going to take as much as we can take. Don't worry about coalition. It's literally very few nations that we need to worry about here. This also gives us a border with the nation of Oirat for whenever we want to start expanding into the proper Mongolian lands. I cancel my alliance with Uzbek, and after 1461 I can attack him and take the province of Chimgitura in order to form Golden Horde. This is the only province I need left to form the nation. Make sure you get Uzbek as your next rival, of course, and core up all of the newly added lands. Fast forwarding a little bit after the war with Uzbek, they were allied to Nogai, so Nogai was actually in our war before the truce expired. That means they are not a co-belligerated nation, so we don't want to take too much. We don't want to have too much war score, as we want the truce to finish as soon as possible. We're just going to take the two provinces to avoid a little bit extra border gore. And from Uzbek themselves, we're going to take a big strip over here. It's not too much aggressive expansion. As you can see, almost nobody is in the coalition against us, and it means we now have a connection to Chagatai for future expansion in that area. We also will start expanding into here after we've consolidated our parts in the lands that we've already taken. And through the power of editing, I fast forwarded to after the second war against Muscovy, where we took the province of Yaroslav, which was the last one we needed to re-establish the Golden Horde. We're gonna click this button and we're gonna become super duper yellow. I recommend you keep the Kazani ideas, as the Kazan ideas are actually better than the Golden Horde ideas, and the mission tree is basically the same thing. It's literally just a matter of going from Kazani color to gold. You will have a massive influx of military and diplo points, and you're still gonna catch up with tech, so use this to spawn in the Renaissance. You can do it wherever you have a good decent province that is easy to develop, such as for example Moscow and so on. Make sure you turn it to your religion before you start deving it up if you choose a non-Muslim province though. When discussing your later expansion, of course, finish off Muscovy and Perm and attack Novgorod after you have a border with them with the tribal conquest. You want to snake your way to prevent Sweden or anyone else from taking Novgorodian land, similar to what you would do as Muscovy. Attack Lithuania, Poland, of course. Make your way into the Caucasus and below the Caucasus, as well as into the Transoxianian lands. Finish off whatever's left of Nogay and work your way into the Mongolian lands as well. Kazan is probably one of the best nations to do a world conquest with, second to none other than Oirats, of course. Idea wise, take note, you will be very far behind with your ideas because admin tech is going to be hard to come by since you're coring up a lot of lands in a very short amount of time. But once you do get tech 5, go for Horde government ideas. This is a special 1.31 idea set that is made especially for Hordes and makes it extremely good for them to have, giving you a religious unity plus 25, which mixed in with your own national idea religious unity plus 25 means that you don't need to worry about religious unity ever again. You also get land attrition reduction, promoted cultures, and cav compatibility plus 25, which mixes greatly with the 20% that you have already. As a second idea, it depends. You will likely not have admin points, so you should go for a diplo idea set. I recommend trade ideas if you're not going for a world conquest, so you can get a bit of extra income. If you are going for world conquest, I recommend you go for diplomatic ideas followed by influence ideas, and later on go for also humanist ideas if you are not going for one faith, or religious ideas if you are going for a one faith, with much later down the line, of course, taking trade if you went the diplomatic route first. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Once we get 1,000 likes on this video, I'm also going to do another starting moves guide for the nation of Sarig Yogurt. And if you enjoy watching my videos, seriously consider subscribing. It would really mean the world to me, and it would actually help me out so much. Please subscribe. And I also want to give a very big thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support you've been offering me. I wouldn't be here without you right now. If anybody else wants to become a patron or a channel member, you can check the links in the description. So until the next one, have a great day, everybody.